What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I wanted to quickly talk about AMC with you guys because obviously I have a large investment in AMC. I'm still talking about it, still going through it, still, looking at how the position is moving, and I'm really excited about that. We've seen a positive move on Monday. It's great to see that because typically we see a pretty like flat to negative move on Mondays. Mondays and Fridays don't tend to be the best days. So seeing Friday as a bad day, I thought Monday might have gotten worse. But through the pre-market, you could see the positivity that you did see there, getting up to $8.50 or so. But we wanted to get into this. Before I get started, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell. That does help out the channel a lot. If you want free stocks, click the link down below for Webull. You'll get 2 free stocks if you deposit $100, and you might want to do it because they're kind of pushing AMC. So if you clicked on this video, you're into AMC. And if you want to join the Discord group, make sure you check out my Patreon link. It'll cost $5, but you'll join a great group of people as long as we can continue to grow. I wanted to talk about AMC. So as we've seen through the day, AMC looked really good. You see this solid positive movement, the solid upward trend, upward trajectory that you see here is absolutely amazing, going up this way through the day. You can see that it did have that upward trajectory there. I thought that this was going to increase. It was being crazy overbought at the time, and I was looking at it like, look, should I get out of my position in order to buy in lower? And I keep doing this to myself, saying that I should do this, but I know for a fact that I don't want to have to go through that same situation that I may have went through with GME, thinking that GME was going to continue to go lower, and then also making investments on the side while I can basically make some money over there, bring it back, get back into GME before they go up, and then be able to time the market pretty well. Well, I didn't do that, and I felt like I wouldn't be timing the market well here with the growth that we have seen with such little volume. Was something that I was really interested in. So you can see that the overall volume here was 112 million. We still have volume going through the day. It's still not over yet, but 112 million to that 149 million. So the volume was a lot lower. It wasn't crazy lower, but it was lower than what the average volume is or has been. But you did see this increase, and I thought that this increase was going to be coupled by a crazy increase throughout the whole day, all the way up to $10. I said in my last video that I definitely believe that they could have got to $10 today. Mainly, I was talking about the fact that they could get to $10 this week, thinking that it was going to be a slow growth, especially after seeing all the negativity last week. But they definitely exceeded expectations here. Getting to $9.48 is huge. It's not something a lot of people thought they were going to get to. People thought they were going to drop down to like $7 or sub $7, but they didn't. They stayed up all day. They got a great move. Something that I thought was kind of interesting was that GME was getting a larger push than AMC, and it continues to do that for some reason. Even though AMC, has higher utilization, has a very high short float percentage, also has less short shares available. So you look at this and you say, like, why isn't it moving at the same rate? There's a lot of people investing into GME, but not into AMC. And why is that? Why is it pushing down or pulling down? And I can't fully tell you the truth. You can say that people are selling off, but there's no way that people are just going to sell off all their position and bring it back down to where it once was, that $8.50, $8.70 mark to where it hit in the pre-market. It ended up pushing up to that 948 mark, and we thought that it was going to continue to push that route. And it did get back up to about that point, about 940, which it did end up resisting again. So knowing that, you could see that that's a point to where it wasn't going to cross today unless you got a crazy influx of volume, which we were hoping for, towards that 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock mark, to where you do see an increase in volume. You did see a little bit of an increase in volume here, which is basically that point. But it pretty much was flat the rest of the day. You can say from here on, it was completely flat. You don't even have to really worry about what happened after that. Yes, you did have some dips down to $8.88, all the way up to that $9.21 mark. And then you continued to see it fluctuate until the end of the day to where it increased. Now, I'm just very concerned and not concerned with the fact that it's not going to grow. I know it's going to grow. I just don't know why it's not following in GME's footsteps in growing. Yes, I believe GME had some better news, and it's just a full correction. So um, I could tell you that the stimulus bill could be a large reason to why you are seeing a larger increase with the approval of any stimulus bill, understanding that the stimulus is coming, but the stimulus hasn't been fully approved yet. So that's not a jump based on that approval. It's a jump based on a lot of other things. So if I look at AMC and look at the chart, I can say that this has upward trajectory. Does it have enough to where it justifies all of the things that are taking place underneath this position? No. You can look at all of the things. Like I said before, the rate to borrow, that's been growing, right? The amount of short shares available, that's been falling. The amount of the shorted float percentage, that's been growing. Like, we see all of these things that basically tell us that this stock is going to increase as long as they stop shorting shares, and as long as we continue to buy this thing up. But today we didn't need the volume. We showed that we didn't need the volume in order to drive this price up. So what was going on with this? Was it just the fact that people weren't selling? Is it realistic to think that people are selling off at $9.48 rather than holding on to it on the way up? Something that's a highly held position, people are selling off on this at $10. Yeah, I can imagine some people do it, but do I imagine that they are going to decrease that much by doing that? No. I guarantee that is like borderline fraudulent right there, bringing that price back down. Anything that you do see these increases, it basically took away the increases we would have over $10, because this point right here, this point exactly right here is not something that's true. And if that was taken away and started up here, you would see that consistent growth all the way up to here, to where it would push well above maybe $10, maybe $10.20, something like that. And you would see some really good growth there. It would be a different story, 100%. But I still believe in AMC. I believe that they have a lot of potential. I still do believe that they are a $10 to $15 stock. So where they should be held right now is between $10 and $15. And then as they start to grow with all of the interest in this position, it's definitely a situation where you can get in and say, I'm going to make a decent amount of money from this. It's just like a GME and how they grew, which is actually absolutely crazy. And I wanted to get into that in another video. But I can tell you that I 100% believe in AMC. I still hold my shares. I was looking to buy more shares as it got lower, but it did not get lower, it continued to increase. So I'm going to have to be held off on buying more shares. As for other positions like Rocket that I'm in, I could still, buy some shares there. But AMC looks really good. I really want to know what your opinion is on the position, if it's going to continue to grow. Do you believe that tomorrow is going to be another positive day? It seems like that's the trend. It never gets over 20%. It's never to a point to where it's like it grew 20% today. It's either 14, 15, 18. I've seen it there, but I've never seen it grow 20%. Even though it has the chance to grow 20%, it's like something keeps pulling it back down from getting to that 20% mark, right? So seeing that, that there's some sort of manipulation that's happening with this. It's keeping a hold or pulling them back. And maybe, and I don't want to say this because some people might take this as the wrong thing to say, but maybe GME could be a little bit of a distraction from AMC. Maybe AMC, the people holding AMC have so much leverage that they need to manipulate AMC, and the way that they do that is show a lot of interest in GME. So this is what a lot of people end up saying about like things like Rocket or things like Cost or whatever the other positions are. They'll say that these positions are distractions from GME and AMC. But what if we're looking at this the wrong way and saying that GME is now the distraction, and to drive the price up to $200 is something that's going to make people want to get into GMC or GME more versus putting their volume over to AMC. But that's merely just my opinion. And it's also a question. I want to know how you feel about that. Do you feel like GME is now maybe becoming a distraction from something that potentially has 100% utilization here? And I don't know the answer to it. I don't know the answer to it because like I said, and like a lot of other people show, I mean, we're on the outside looking in, right? So anyways, make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, if you want to join my Discord group, make sure that you hit the link down in the description. It's going to cost $5, but you'll get a great community of people. We're going to start growing soon. I just started it, so I think it's going to be pretty good. Also, get your free stocks with Webull down there by clicking the link and signing up and depositing $100. But I'm going to get out of here. Thank you, everybody, for supporting me in every single way. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.